Here we go. This is my laboratory. This is where all the asphalt testing goes on. There's a lot that goes into testing asphalt. Believe it or not, some people say it ain't rocket science, so well, it kind of is. I mean, with state standard specifications on everything, you can only have so much liquid in it, actual asphalt liquid, and that's what these two ovens do. You know, we'll pull some asphalt out of the back of a dump truck after it's just unloaded, after it's just loaded under the silos, and we'll run like 5 or 6 tests on it. This is called the asphalt content and extraction test. We'll put it in these baskets, weigh it out, put it in these baskets, stick it in these ovens. These ovens burn at close to 1500 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now there's nothing in it, and it's set at 538 Celsius. So what it does, it's its own little computer, and it'll burn till it doesn't lose any more weight, and then it prints us out a ticket right here, and it tells us, well, here, let me print out a copy of the last one I did. And it tells us in a percentage of how much actual asphalt we have in this mix. This certain type of mix. There's thousands of different types of mixes, you know, depending on the situation. This one mix we're running today, it's got 5% asphalt in it. Now that liquid asphalt, it holds all the aggregate together. The aggregate is the rocks, the sand, the dust. We break all that down. This machine right here, we take a certain amount of asphalt, and sorry if it's loud, this is our big oven that keeps asphalt warm to allow us to run the test when we need to run on it without it hardening up. So we'll take that mold and put a certain amount of asphalt in it, asphalt mix, and we'll put it in this machine. And what this machine does is it gyrates the mold and presses down for so many rotations. And right now for this mix it's set up for 75 rotations. And then after that's done, it comes out looking like this. That's what we run, what we call our bulk gravity. We have to do 2 of those per test. And if you can see part of the extraction gradation, that's what the asphalt looks like before it went into burn, and this was after the burn. It turns back into rock and sand and all that. And we use this machine right here. This is a stack of sieves, and it starts off at 1/2 inch and keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until all that's left is dust in the bottom of that pan. So we know how much dust is in the asphalt. Now we'll walk over here. This little contraption here, we put the asphalt in those flasks, a measured amount with a measured amount of water, and we put it in this, and what this does is it pulls a vacuum, and it oscillates. Let's see, let me turn it on real quick. But it oscillates like that while it's pulling a vacuum with the asphalt mix in it, which pulls all the air out of it. but we use that test with a calculation of the asphalt that comes out of the blue machine over there, and it tells us how much air is exactly in the asphalt after it's laid out on the road and compacted. Like I said, I mean, there's a lot behind this. I'm just barely scraping the surface on this. So, well, let's walk outside here, outside of my lab. There's my work truck. There's Bobcat. Now, speaking of scrap, got an asphalt drum right there. Boy, wouldn't that be nice to have for scrap. But unfortunately, got no way of transporting it, tearing it apart. There's our asphalt plant over there. All those are the different aggregates that go into the mix. That is the control tower up there. Let's see if I can walk around here. It's the control tower up there. Got a plant operator, controls everything from there. That is the silos that the asphalt goes into. Dump truck pulls up under them, and that's how we load them. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me for right now, and a little bit behind the scenes of what I do. You know, I'm usually in here, well, it depends on what shift. I mean, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but road construction goes damn near 24 hours a day. So that's like me being on days now. I come in at 2 a.m. and I may not leave here until 5, 6, 7 p.m. So yeah, I mean, it kind of makes it hard for me to do my little scrapping on the side, but I do a little bit. Speaking of, I took a load in. I was able to get off early enough this past Monday, to take a load in of non-ferrous. So I still got that receipt on me. So we'll go over these, and you can see what's going on. Now, I am from this is in Jacksonville, Florida, so prices are kind of crappy right now. Let's see. So you got whole electric motors. I took in 98 pounds for $8.82. 60, 61 minus 61, 63 minus the iron. I had 51 pounds of that at 40 cents a pound for $20.40. 60, 61. That was a couple big chunks of aluminum I had. 18 pounds at 45 cents a pound for $8.10. Clean copper aluminum coils, 65 pounds for $65. Cast aluminum, 47 pounds at 40 cents a pound for $16.40. Sheet aluminum, where am I at? Okay, sheet. 62 pounds at 40 cents a pound for $24.80. Number one, copper. That's the funny thing about my yard here. They don't have a bare bright category. All they have is it's either number one or number two. I don't care if it's tube. I don't care if it's wires. If it's number one, it's number one. There is no bare bright. And if it's number two, it's number two. But number one, copper, 30 pounds at $2.12 a pound 63.60. Number 2 copper, where am I at? 49 pounds at $1.92 a pound for $94.08. Christmas lights, 61 pounds of those at 10 cents a pound for $6.10. Number 2 insulated copper wire. I feel like I'm kind of getting ripped off on that, seeing prices from other yards. But they're calling number 2 a 25 to 50% copper ratio. I had 49 pounds of that at 37 cents a pound for $18.13. And then yellow brass, I had 18 pounds at $1.47 a pound for $26.46. And total, I took on $351.89. So, yeah, I mean, I'm still able to do a little bit here and there. I'll sit here, prop up my feet a minute. But yeah, I'm still able to do a little bit here and there. You know, that's probably about 2 months worth of, that doesn't include my shred that I try to take in every week. Because what I'll do is either on the way to work or on the way home, you know, I may hit a couple little neighborhoods and pick up what I can, microwaves and all that, and family members and friends give me stuff. And I just break it all down and take the shred in for shredding and all my non-ferrous in for non-ferrous. But yeah, that's a little bit about me for right now. I mean, other than that, it's all good. Especially with all the rain we've had. I mean, it rains here every day. Well, I take that back. Yesterday it didn't rain. I don't think they're calling for rain today or tomorrow. But after that, then it's supposed to start raining every day again for a while. So, that's just part of the Sunshine State. That's Florida living. Later.